Good morning. Today, I'm going to share with you some of my metrics and what I've learned so far in producing 3 videos. So, currently, this is the stats. So, I've got 4 subscriptions and roughly somewhere between 5 and 6 hours of video watch time. But does it really matter? I don't think so. What I've been looking at is something called the metrics. So here is something I prepared earlier. And so I'm looking at impressions. I'm trying to figure out what impressions mean. And so I've realized that, like Netflix or Amazon Prime or Disney Plus, that type of stuff, YouTube wants to share my video. And in that package, to get onto the home screen, which is what this is, impressions, if I'm broadcasted to 2,000 viewers, I will appear in that home screen on their electronic device or TV. And that's what impressions means. Somebody's had the opportunity to look at my video. Now, that's really important because I didn't understand it at first. I just started making some videos while I'm having a cup of tea. But now I'm understanding a little bit more of what's going on. So the next interesting one is click-through rate. Did people, when they looked at my packaging, my beautiful thumbnail, my title, did they think, let's go and have a look at what George has got to say? And it's either they did click or they didn't. And it's really as simple as that. The next metric which is more important than I think any others at the moment, but don't forget I'm still learning about YouTube, and you guys have been watching YouTube and you are probably creators as well. So average watch time. If I don't get to the point, which I probably didn't in the first 3 videos, it was sort of like a conversation. The first video was sort of talking, thinking about mapping out what I was going to do. Well, you didn't really want that. But actually, in fact, 2 of the subscribers did, which is great. So what I wanted to work out is average watch time. Now, why it matters. If I want to build up subscriptions, eventually, might take a year or 2, it's no real rush, and I want to build a community of people that are engaged with my work, my creativity, might be a question mark on that at the moment. I want people to stay longer than 2 or 3 minutes. But if they suddenly think, this isn't really for me, George, I wanted this, then obviously I need to learn what to give the audience, which is really important. And so then that's what I want. I want people to stay and engage with me. Maybe I've learned of putting a comment on to stimulate a discussion. And that's something I'm going to try and do. I'll think of a question, go back and put a comment on for everyone to see if I can get stimulation, because there's a lot of information out at the moment on YouTube that's not quite as helpful as it should be. And particularly for me as a new person actually creating videos, it's a little bit harder. So, I must have, as I've put the board on next to me, I've rubbed the people out. So the audience, who are they? Well, this is why I need to know who's watching. Who is my actual audience? If I'm doing a talk or a video on Notebook LM, which I have done, and my AI team, people are thinking, oh, is George going to show us on the screen as a screen share? And so I did it as a flip chart because I wanted to show people the structure. Now I am getting views. I've got about 50 views for each. I've been going about a month, but this is only my 4th video of changing things. So in video 5, which will be ready probably in the next 2 or 3 days, I'm going to create a video where it's looking at the viewer from the viewer's point of view and what I need to do to match the viewer of what they really want. And so I'll be able to analyze. So right from the start of the next video, I'll be talking about the hook, the thumbnail, the title, the content, and then some proper analysis. I hope you join me in video 5, and thank you for watching me today. I really do appreciate it. If you can help in terms of giving guidance, please make a comment. It really will be helpful for me. Thank you so very much. Enjoy your day, and bye for now.